What's up, Gemini? I am Amber. This is Orion Royalty. Today I'm going to do a general reading for you. So if your sun is in Gemini, this could resonate for you or not at all. Okay. So anyways, I did go ahead and pull the overall energies, and decks are all shuffled, blah, blah, blah. So for the major arcana, we have the sun in reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the moon. Underneath that, the chariot. Okay. Right off the bat, Gemini, I feel like you might be moving on from a situation just kind of like silently. Okay, the sun in reverse is giving me like you found something out. Some kind of situation has been illuminated, and I feel like now you're just kind of exiting the scene in silence. Or maybe it's that we feel like, oh, okay, yeah. It could be that we feel like this person doesn't have my best interest at heart. So maybe you are just moving in silence with somebody that you used to be close to, okay? Like maybe you're realizing, okay, I can't trust this person. So I'm not going to tell them, you know, my goals, whatever, you get it, okay? Could be heavier on that side because I feel like we used to have some love for somebody, okay? And it could be, you know, friends, family, whatever. But I feel like that changed, okay? And the Queen of Wands was at the bottom of this deck. Yeah, now we have the King of Swords, okay? So I feel like you separated yourself from someone. I feel like we regret that we showed this person so much love. I changed this card last night. Let me tell you, it is a whole ass vibe now. Anyways. Yeah. So I feel like we might be regretting trusting someone or trusting a situation. And now we might have separated ourselves just kind of in silence, right? Yeah, you know, anyways, it doesn't really matter. That's the vibe that I'm getting. For the Amberisms, we have Just Do the Work, Bitch, and then the Britney Spears song. And then we have at the bottom of the deck, Shut Up Talking to Me. This one's flipped over. It says it says I hate how I've treated you, but it's in reverse. Okay, so I feel like you know this person's intentions were never a vibe. Okay, and with the work, bitch, okay, it's giving me you know, it's Britney Spears. Okay, I feel like someone might have had a lot of opinions on, you know, what your goals and dreams need to be. Somebody might have always wanted to have their opinions on what choices you make in a situation or just in life in general. And I feel like now we understand these people just need to go somewhere because nobody asked. Okay, and I feel like your intuition is right. I mean, we'll keep pulling, but with I hate how I've treated you out, you know, showing up in reverse, I feel like this person knew exactly what they were doing. So anyways, Spirit, clear and concise messages only. What for Gemini? Hold. Okay, first card out, we have Gemini energy here. So I'll start naming the major arcanas. Okay, so we have Leo energy, Cancer energy, and your energy, Gemini. Yeah, I feel like with love being out here and the lovers, and then this regret about showing someone love, okay, I feel like somebody might be thinking like, I wish I would have poured that love into myself instead of this person, this situation, whatever. Queen of Wands, she wanted to come out, okay, in reverse. Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, okay, so what I was gonna say with the Britney Spears thing is, you know, I don't know if I said it or not. If I did, I'll edit one of them out. But, you know, a lot of people wanted to have their opinions, their say on, you know, just how much work Britney Spears needed to get done, right? So I feel like it's very possible that somebody like was just real negative. Like if you did not want to take their advice or something like that. Or it's like they made you, I don't know, I was getting like guilt trip. Because I definitely feel like Britney Spears was manipulated into doing all the work that she did without rest. Because they made her like kind of, I don't know, feel guilty or something, like you owe me this. I did, you know, I got you here and you owe me this. Some shit like that. Ooh, I don't like it. Okay. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like maybe we have chosen self, chosen to move in silence, chosen to, you know, chosen to just listen to your own opinions, okay? Because I do feel like listening to this person, you know, what I'm getting is it may have worked for a time, but it's just not working for you now. I don't know, you know. Yeah, we have definitely committed to like self, or committed to working solo. I feel like we are definitely going through some kind of major transformation with the beginning of this, you know, spread, starting with major arcana. And you know, the world is out here in reverse as well, okay? For me, the world in reverse is the closing out of a cycle. So I feel like we're prioritizing what's important to us. And somebody may be making you feel guilty, like you need to be doing more, you need to be giving more, you need to be paying more, whatever the hell it is, right? I feel like we're standing up for self, I guess is what you could say. But somebody might be, I don't know, somebody might be feeling, like a little bit guilty still, or wondering if they made the right choice, or maybe this person's words of guilt are like just playing back in your head, and it's like those person's words being played back in your head are creating really negative self-talk, right? Because it's kind of giving the vibe of like that, like if you tell a child that they're stupid long enough, they'll start to believe you. Like that's what it is kind of giving here. Like I feel like maybe somebody is over here like wanting you to put in all the work just to make them rich, you know, or you know, not wanting to give equally to a connection if this is romantic. But if you're wondering if you made the right choice, I feel like, yeah, you definitely did. And I would say that actually you are better off without this person, because like, again, I don't feel like this person had your best interest at heart. And I feel like working solo dolo or something like that, is actually going to improve some kind of situation. In the back of our mind, we might be wondering like, oh, was that a bad idea? So you might have like ended some kind of contract or some kind of collaboration with someone, or some kind of romantic situation or a friendship, whatever, fill in the blank here. But it feels like we're wondering if we made the right choice. And I feel like, I don't know why I'm seeing, I mean, this is, so we have the Four of Cups, right? Which is not exactly an energy of choice. Kind of quite the opposite. But the way that I'm seeing this card is, yeah, that you're like wondering if your choice is going to cause you to miss some kind of opportunity. Okay, I feel like whoever this person was, my gosh, the vibe that I'm getting is that they really had some form of emotional manipulation over you. I don't know, but whatever this situation is hella heavy, and I'm glad that we walked away. Okay, so don't ever question if you did the right thing. It's going to be an absolute yes. Okay, and what did I say? Now that we have separated ourselves from some kind of commitment, contract, relationship, whatever it is, now we're flourishing. Now the goals that we had for now we can actually birth something. Okay, so I feel like, whatever the case here, I do feel like you are better off. And you need to continue to tell this person to shut up talking to you. Okay? Yeah, it definitely feels... Yeah, well, we'll just keep going on, right? But... yeah. Definitely could be a romantic situation. Yeah, but I feel like you've thought about this decision long and hard, okay? And I think that, you know, I think that you just know that there's no stability here. And I feel like we have known that for a while, and we've been waiting or weighing our options here, and it's like, yeah, but I'm telling you, okay? The world, okay? Yeah, so anyways, moving on. I feel like you made the right choice. That's for sure. So Spirit, tell me about the Lovers and the Hierophant. We have the Two of Pentacles, okay? Tell me about the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Four of Cups. Yeah, I feel like maybe you saw this person's true colors, because it's like you finally stood up for yourself and you disagreed with something, or you're like, yo, why don't you mind your business? I can mind mine just fine without your opinion. Maybe you might have expressed to somebody that like enough is enough, and now all of a sudden they've just turned very, I don't know, sometimes when the Queen of Wands is in reverse, it's like angry manipulation, or vindictive manipulation. I hope that makes sense, but I don't know. Yeah, we have the Fool. Oh my god. Okay. Spirit, clarify the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in reverse. Why is it here? The Magician. So much major arcana, okay? Trust the process is what I'm hearing. Okay, yeah, there are big changes happening in your life, but they're for good reason. Okay, these people might have been blocking, no, I'm not even gonna say might, I'm gonna say these people have been blocking some kind of blessings for you, or this person. Okay, yes, you absolutely did the right thing. Okay, you did what was best for yourself. Spirit is the one who put you on this new journey. Okay, I mean, I feel like you've been waiting for something for a while, okay? Eight of Wands in reverse. Continue to move in silence here, okay? Because if not, we're going to have the Eight of Swords. Confusion. Because that's what I was going to say. I feel like whoever this person is, like they only want what they can benefit. I don't know. I hope this makes sense. They only want what they can benefit from this connection. But at the end of the day, I'm hearing something that my friend Amber always says. If you see this and I fuck up your quote, I'm really sorry. But she always says this, and I'm like, yes, I'm 100. Now I can't remember it all of a sudden. They want to see you do good. They want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better than them. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. It's like they want to be all up in your business. They want to know what your plans are, where you're going, who you're going with, how long you're going to be there, what you're going to do while you're there. I mean, it's like, my God, somebody really wants to manipulate and control every aspect of your life. And I feel like, who the hell's read is this, okay? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. I feel like this person just wanted to, or this situation, whatever it is, right? This situation, I'll say person or people, okay? Wanted you to actually be confused. It's like, I want you to do good, but I don't want you to do better than me. And I'm going to cause you confusion so that you can't figure out how to fully get on that throne or how to fully birth some kind of situation here. Yeah, to see some kind of like work thing or some kind of blessing like come to fruition or take life. Not take life, but like I was gonna say like take its first breath, right? But they're just like showing me like someone wants to like support some kind of dream enough to where they're making you feel like, yes, I support you. But whatever this project or goal, whatever it is that you're trying to birth for yourself, it's like they don't want you to reach full term and actually give birth. Someone wants to keep you stuck. Clarify the Two of Pentacles, or tell me why. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, the World in reverse. Okay. And that's very interesting because I was looking at this Two of Pentacles and I was like, it's weird because it's giving me the vibes of being in reverse, but it's not, right? Because Two of Pentacles in reverse can be like a very conflicted mind. Sometimes it's my card that I can even relate to, like having issues with bipolar disorder or syndrome, whichever it is. But that was kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And I feel like if you hadn't have made this change for yourself, this person would have kept you in a place that was so confusing. It's like it was making you feel crazy, bro. Not that I'm saying that people that are bipolar are crazy. I'm not. But what I am saying is a chemical imbalance, right? Which can make any of a, you know, whatever. Okay, don't come for me. Anyways. I feel like you had to do what was best for yourself. Like you had to. I don't know how else to say that. It's like, if you wouldn't have let this situation go or these people go or this person go, okay, I was getting this a couple weeks ago or something like that, but cash cow is coming out again. Somebody was seeing you as a cash cow and they wanted to control every bit of work or every bit of abundance that you had going on. The fuck? Spirit, tell me about the Fool. Ten of Cups. Okay? In reverse. Excuse me. Ten of Cups in reverse. Because I was over here thinking, like, somebody doesn't want you. This is what they've been blocking. This is what they have been preventing. You from taking the first step towards your Ten of Cups. Somebody wanted to keep you completely separated from your mission, your path, your purpose, your goals, your dreams, whatever it is. Fill in the blank here, okay? Tell me about the Magician, okay? Because I do feel, especially with the Empress out here and all this major arcana, I feel like you are a person who definitely knows how to be committed to a goal, a dream, or an aspiration, okay? And I feel like for you, whatever it is that you're like, keep going, bro. Whatever this is. And make sure, like I always say, nobody's going to know exactly what your path looks like except for you, because your path was given to you. Okay? Nobody else. And I feel like whatever this is, whether it's a project or a goal, whatever it is that you're trying to birth here, I feel like it is like you are, there's something. What just came out? The Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Okay. So, I feel like what you can expect now that you have kind of exited the scene in silence, now that you're kind of moving in silence, now that you've separated, you know, yourself from a person, place, or thing, now that you have taken the first step on the path that you're supposed to be on, okay? Where we were seeing stagnancy, where we were seeing, you know, possibly even delays. Sometimes when the Knight of Wands is in reverse, that can be a delay for me. And it's sitting right over this Magician card. Okay? We might have been feeling like I don't understand why my manifestations are being delayed. I don't know why they're not here yet. And it's because of whoever this was in your life that was just sucking off of you, basically. Okay? Incubus, succubus energy. And I feel like now that you've chosen self, you are about to see what you've been trying to manifest for yourself come in quickly, is the vibe that I'm getting. But Spirit, clarifying the Ace of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Yeah, for somebody this is, you know, for somebody you do need to like just heal, okay? Like, we need to learn how to just be alone here, okay? That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this situation. We need to take our mind off of love, okay, to heal. And if we have just separated ourselves from a romantic partner, yeah, let's definitely take a break there, okay? Let's not even think about love. Let's think about how we can heal ourselves and get back on that throne. How we can heal ourselves so we can show up whole for self. I hope that made sense, okay? But these goals ain't gonna accomplish themselves, right? And if we are not fully and wholly in the... If we, I don't know, if we're not fully and wholly giving to self, I don't know, I'm hearing like we're not going to have what it takes. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. I just work here, bro. I do hope that it makes sense. Tell me about this Eight of Swords, Spirit. Okay, we have the Tower clarifying this card of confusion. Okay, so I feel like I said, it was... Okay, I just heard something. Let me clarify this. Again, so we have the Fool that came out. And I feel like the hard part might be that we, at one point, or still do, feel like we really needed this person, place, or thing, okay, in our life. And now it's like we're being forced to separate ourselves from this situation. I don't know, this is weird. We're being forced to separate ourselves from this situation by the universe, yeah? Because the universe is like, bitch, if you don't get on down the road, okay? Grab whatever shoes you got, I don't give a fuck. Just get on off the cliff, okay? I feel like this might have been this was not an easy decision to make. With all there's so much major arcana out here. This was not an easy choice to make, and I feel like a part of you is either still very insecure that you can't move forward, that you cannot give birth without this person, place, or thing. Or we're letting a negative mindset be created by somebody who, you know, placed negative thoughts in our mind through criticizing of whatever it is that you had going on, right? Yeah, I feel like this was not an easy decision to make, but just understand that, you know, this could be a reason why Spirit is asking you to heal, okay? It might not be from a broken heart. It might be from feeling like we're not really good enough to move forward on our own, okay? But the Fool does travel alone, okay? And not one of these Fool cards are in reverse. If it was in reverse, that's an indication that we're not ready to take that leap of faith yet. But you are. Twice. Let my dog out. Okay. Sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and get final advice for Gemini. You made the right decision, okay? That's the advice already. You're ready for this. Yeah. Change is difficult. You might have even jumped a whole different timeline here, okay? Maybe we're already experiencing a little bit of hardship, and it's making it's like triggering us into thinking we were not ready for this, but you are, okay? It's just going to take some time to adapt to this new timeline, okay? Not my dog wanting back in already. I'm hearing third time's a charm. There's something about 3. There's something about the number 11. There's something about the number 10. And there's something about the number 12. And the number 30. And the number 3. So any of those could be significant for you. Maybe this is I don't know. Maybe this is a situation that we have tried to revamp, or you know, if it's a connection. Maybe we've given this multiple tries. Maybe we've given this time and it's just not showing up is worth it. Yeah. Anyways. So Spirit, what is the final advice for Gemini? My God. We have books. Final advice for Gemini, we have sailing. One more for Gemini, please. We have youth. Okay. So obviously you might have known this person for a very long time, okay? Or you might have been very close to this person. I mean, Britney Spears was screwed over by, I mean, everyone. But first, her father. What did I see down here? Yeah. So this could be someone that, you know, is like a high school sweetheart, or someone that you thought you would marry one day. But I feel like it's time, right, to give yourself more credit here, okay? I feel like you've got this situation a lot more under control than you might think, okay? And that's what I'm saying. The energy is still the same here, okay? There is you are about to birth something new, okay? And I feel like with this Knight of Wands in reverse, okay? I feel like very soon you're about to see this stagnant energy switch up like a mother brother, And I feel you are going to be sailing into some kind of rebirth or some kind of birth of a blessing. This could be a divorce. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is not a personal. I'm not going to speak on someone's marriage. Okay. But I feel like you know what's best for yourself. You just need to stop questioning, okay, your own logic. Okay, you know. You know. Okay. So anyways, I hope that this helped, Gemini. I hope that you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are.